It's story time. Once upon a time, we'll say about a year ago, I worked on a large construction site and I worked with a lot of women. One in particular I got rather close to, and I would even say it was borderline inappropriate. You get close to the people you work with, and I'm a married man, so I introduced her to a friend of mine that also worked on this job site, and they started dating, and that was the end of that. People had mentioned, oh, you guys are spending a lot of time together. Is there anything going on between you two? And it's like, oh, no, nothing like that. And, my wife knew all about it. Believe me. And that, I admit that I probably shouldn't have been hanging out with her as much as I was. And whatever, but we put an end to it, and that was that. I'm still considered myself friends with her. Well, she messaged me after I hadn't talked to her for months, a long time. And the message was that I needed to fire 2 people that I work with. Otherwise, she was going to tell my wife everything. What the hell does that mean? And then the next message was, I hate you and them for everything you have done to women. Me. Like, what did I do? I go to work, I go home, and I train. I don't do anything with women, let alone I've done it. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. So I had to do some digging. Well, it gets really weird because the individual that I introduced her to, they were dating for a while. He wound up passing away, and he was running the spotting crews for the USPA. I used to do spotting for Steve Dennison at the local meets, and he needed help, so I got the ironworkers involved, and this person brought an army down there, and they wound up loving him so much that they just had them take over spotting duties, and that was really cool. Well, when he passed away a few months ago, I kind of lost touch with everybody, and I wasn't really handling that anymore. So, after piecing it all together, I found out that she thought I was still running the crews, and she had a problem with 2 of the guys that were on the crew, and she wanted me to fire them. And I don't know why. I have no idea what they did to piss her off, and I have no idea what I did to piss her off, to be honest with you. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fire people I don't know. I'm not going to cause problems for anybody. I just thought it was so strange that after all these months, she would hit me up like that. Well, my wife got into it with her, and she wound up telling my wife, here's the big reveal, what I did is that I'm gay. That's right, she told my wife I'm gay. The best thing we could come up with is because I didn't do anything with her, and she's a pretty girl, she just couldn't fathom anybody that wouldn't get with her as being a straight man, and it couldn't be because I'm a married person and I have a committed relationship and I'm not going to cheat on my wife. It couldn't be that. It must be because I'm gay. That's all we could think of. Bizarre, man. So that's why I'm wearing this ridiculous outfit, by the way. So in the off chance she's watching this. But I thought it was interesting to kind of circle around and talk about masculinity in general, because I think men get the wrong idea. They think that to be a man, you have to act a certain way, you have to look a certain way, you got to be rough and mean and rough around the edges. And it's like, no, being a man is being strong, being assertive, being able to be dependable in an emergency, being a good father, being a good husband, a provider. It has nothing to do with what you wear or the style of clothes you prefer or how goofy your haircut is. You can act manly, but generally speaking, that makes you just a douchebag, an aggressive idiot that nobody wants to be around. I don't know. You guys know me. I am who I am, and I don't care. I like my fashion. I like my style, and I'm going to do what I like to do. And I really don't care if people like it or they don't like it. The people that are close to me think I'm fun, and I want to be fun. That's me. I just want to be the fun guy. What do you guys think? It's just so strange after all this time to, out of the blue, have somebody come at you like that. And it did cause a lot of problems. Because my wife still has that question in the back of her head. Well, did they ever do anything? Like, what if he's lying to me? And it's like, to have to, even have that conversation, it's uncomfortable. And I still, for the life of me, can't figure out what I ever did to this person to get her so upset with me, because I can't think of one instance at any point at any time where we had a bad conversation or a disagreement. When her boyfriend did pass away, I reached out to her to see if she was doing okay, and that was literally the last conversation we had. It just goes to show you, boys, as a warning to you, your past will always catch up with you. Things that we've done are forever, especially with the modern day, with the internet and everything. So you got to be really, really careful with who you talk to and who you hang out with. Every text, every conversation, everything we've ever said to anybody, it can all be brought back up again. So, stay unimpeachable, my friends.